Ahoy there, thinkers. How you now? It's me, Quizmaster Jack of Thinking Game Trivia fame, here with your weekly dose of Buzzword. Pop culture questions, sports questions. Let's do it.
Followers hoping to contact this character hijack the radio tower while taking over Goldenrod City.
Oh, that
After
sounds
meeting
familiar.
this man a second time, players are congratulated by Sylph Company's president and given a master ball. The first Viridian City gym leader was, for 10 points,
who's the first Viridian City?
what boss of Team Rocket?
It's Giovanni? I think it's Giovanni. Okay. Whew. That was a deep, that's deeper in video games than they usually go. I like it. Yeah, Viridian City, Goldenrod City. Yeah, all right. I think that's the first 10 I've gotten on video games, a video game question this year. Rare, I'll let them get to the giveaway. I kind of thought it was Giovanni, but there wasn't any distinct. They said the Master Ball. So that obviously puts it in Pokemon, but oof, catch me off guard.
In an episode of this sitcom, both protagonists use the clue Aristophanes on the game show Password.
Aristophanes.
Thomas Lennon and Matthew Perry starred in a 2015 revival of this show about divorced men.
Is that Bosom Buddies? Oh, no, I think it's The Odd Couple. Whew. Saved it. Yeah. Because they wouldn't... Their Bosom Buddies was problematic, I think. But The Odd Couple, that just keeps coming back. Can't get rid of The Odd Couple. And divorced men living together. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was able to save it. That was a bad buzz, but I thought about it and saved it.
A man in this film recognizes an attacker as the homophobic Rory O'Bannon, who assaulted him in a bar. This film ends as Boogie Shoes plays after Andrew kills his husband, Eric. For 10 points, in what 2023 M. Night Shyamalan film do four strangers demand that a family sacrifice one of its members?
What is it? Oh, it's something at the... It's like A Knock at the Cabin? Whew. All right. It's just Knock at the Cabin. They helped me out with preceding articles there. Luckily. Skin on my teeth on these so far.
In 2015, this award's perceived political correctness was protested by Larry Correa's Sad Puppies. Alfred Bester and Philip Jose Farmer won two of the first of these awards at 1953's Worldcon. The founder of Amazing Stories is the namesake of, for 10 points.
Oh, the Hugos? Okay. I mean, that was a whole bunch of Hugo Award drama, but then they talked about Hugo Gernsback, the science fiction writer, who is the namesake of the Hugo Awards.
A verse on a remix of this song recalls Met You Once Under a Pisces Moon. This song became 2021's biggest selling song worldwide after the release of a remix featuring Ariana Grande. The title action is to be done for another day according to, for 10 points, what song off After Hours by The Weeknd?
Yeah, never heard Save Your Tears, which tells you something if it was the best-selling song of 2021 and I just have no recollection of it. All right. We were skating into the wind on this round so far. Unsurprising we would drop a music one.
After this character dies, film director Carl Denham laments that beauty killed...
Oh, they said Carl Denham. King Kong. Carl Denham is kind of the main character. I mean, Kong is the main character of King Kong, but yeah, Carl Denham's the filmmaker who goes to Skull Island to find Kong, and then he makes the terrible decision to bring Kong to New York and then show him off as the eighth wonder of the world Yeah, no wonder it went bad. And then he gets to be the smarmy, like, oh, Beauty killed the beast at the end. It's like, no, you almost destroyed New York, Carl. Come on, Carl.
This word is the first name of a character who sings Mama's Got the Stuff, Mama's Gotta Move. It is the last word in the title of a standard that says, you'll be swell, you'll be great, sung to Louise by her pushy mother.
Yeah, it's coming up, Rose. So it's Rose's turn. That's what they're talking about. The 11 o'clock number from Gypsy. But big Broadway standards. Rose's turn. Everything's coming up roses. Broadway question about roses. I like it.
This actress played the composite character Alice McRae in the miniseries Mrs. America.
So, I know Kate Blanchett was in Mrs. America. Okay. Yeah, that was a that was a instinct buzz there. I probably should have waited, but I named a actress who was in Mrs. America. Didn't work out.
According to a track titled for this character, he played it left hand but made it too far while playing guitar. This character is usually considered the narrator of the song Moonage Daydream. For 10 points, what androgynous leader...
Moonage Daydream is a David Bowie song. The most likely alternative personality of David Bowie they'd be asking about is Ziggy Stardust. Who's the lead singer of Spiders from Mars? I think that's how it plays out.
On 3 TV shows, an actress with this first name played lawyer Elspeth Tassioni.
That's Carrie. Carrie Preston. I've been getting a lot of Elspeth commercials because what have I been watching on CBS? I don't know. Or maybe YouTube's been pushing them to me. Yeah, I don't know. I've been getting Elsbeth commercials. So we got a 20, we got a 19. Went in way too early. Way too early on that Mrs. America question. Because they were probably going to go into like American Horror Story stuff with Sarah Paulson. And that would have been a very, very gettable from there. But I shot my shot. Didn't work out. And as usual, a recent pop music question they just have no idea about. Playing it by the book this week. Hey, it's sports time. Let's do it. Let's roll.
This guard switched to number 20
Basketball
after
right
he
off the
was
start.
traded for recent draftee Jeff Green. In 2003, George Karl advocated this man's trade to Seattle for Gary Payton. An overtime forcing 3 in the 2013 finals was made by, for 10 points, what Heat guard who was a member of the Big Three on the 2008 Celtics?
Oh, is that Rajon Rondo? Maybe Pierce. Let's try Rondo. Oh, it was Ray Allen. That wasn't even close. Basketball right off the start.
In 2016, just after this man signed the then most lucrative contract in NFL history, his team reported that he upgraded his flip phone. This losing quarterback in Tom Brady's Deflategate game returned to Stanford as a grad student in 2022.
Turned to Stanford.
10 points. What QB retired in 2019 from the Colts?
Oh, yeah, what's his name? Is it Love? No, it's not Love. What's his name? Oh, the Colts completely botched his promising career, and I don't remember his name. Luck. Andrew Luck. That one I should have gotten. I had 4-letter words starting with L that was an obscure concept, but or an abstract concept, not obscure, abstract. Oh yeah, should have gotten Andrew Luck. Poor Andrew Luck.
After this player was traded from Anaheim in 2005, he played for Columbus in his 1,000th career game. Prior to the 1990 Goodwill Games, he boarded Mike Ilitch's private jet to complete his defection. For 10 points, what Soviet-born center won MVP playing alongside Steve Yzerman on the Red Wings?
I'm just going to throw a name out. Yeah, Sergei Fedorov. That's a name I've heard but would never pull. And now you want me to do a year buzzword? We're just aiming for zeros so far. So it's probably an Olympic year. So multiple of 4.
In this year, Game 4 of the World Series ended on a walk-off error by Chris Taylor. In this year, Ji-Man Choi became the first Korean player to record a World Series hit. The Dodgers beat the Rays in, for 10 points,
Wasn't
what year's World Series, which was played entirely in...
Yeah, it's 2020. Hey, we got one. There's the pandemic. They were talking about the pandemic World Series, is what the gist of that question was, because the Dodgers won the pandemic World Series.
This country's Mission Hills Tennis Academy was built by a U.S.-born athlete who is the youngest ever male Grand Slam champion. In 2021, a female tennis player in this country accused an official of sexual assault and then suddenly disappeared. For 10 points, name this home country of Peng Shuai.
Okay. Chinese tennis, huh? That was kind of a downer story to end that question on.
This man was the lead rusher in the TNT backfield that also included his backup, Michael Turner. During this man's last year under coach Marty Schottenheimer, he broke a record by scoring 31 touchdowns in 2006.
Yeah. So yeah, it was LaDainian Tomlinson. Remember these obscure AFC players? That were the biggest players while they were playing, but then kind of got forgotten. LaDainian Tomlinson didn't really get forgotten. He's an old timer, but yeah, how did I forget Andrew Luck? Still thinking about Andrew Luck.
This country beat France in the final to win Euro 2016. In 2023, Roberto Martinez became manager of this country's men's soccer team, which includes a player with 205 international caps. Red and green are the national team's colors in, for 10.
So it's just Portugal? Yeah, so must be talking about Cristiano Ronaldo with all those caps. But then red and green. I think they're the only red and green. I mean, there's so many other countries that are red and white, so that's not even a clue if they would have said that. But yeah, Portugal's the only red and white in Europe. Yeah, I never thought about that. You're very Christmassy, Portugal.
In 2023, a player with this surname finished second in Defensive Player of the Year voting to Jaren Jackson Jr. This surname is shared by men who were taken with the 10th and 15th picks in the 2008 NBA draft out of Stanford. For 10 points, what surname is shared by NBA twins Robin and Brooke?
Lee? Lopez. Brooke Lopez, not Berkeley. I think Brooks Lee is a baseball player. Editor Jack will try to figure out why I was thinking of Brooks Lee.
This slugger was the only active MLB player who willingly sat for an interview for the Mitchell Report. In the 1990s, the only back-to-back winner of the AL MVP award was this former Auburn football player. Hawk Harrelson gave the name The Big Hurt.
Okay, it's Frank Thomas. My dislike of Hawk Harrelson is well known, but Frank Thomas is a good guy. I got nothing against Frank Thomas. He's the Big Hurt. Love to take up as little of the batter's box as possible. He'd always stand like way at the back of it with his feet together, and then he would stride into his swing, just giving himself as much opportunity as possible to see what the ball was doing.
This country, the U.S., and Cuba are the only countries to win more than 2 baseball World Cups. In 2011, a Nationals catcher was abducted in this country, whose winter league became off limits to MLB players after a 2019 embargo.
Yeah, it's one
Miguel
of the...
Cabrera is from, for 10...
I think he's Venezuelan. I was right. With the kidnapping story, I recognize that as being one of the South American countries. I just wasn't sure which one. But Venezuela is pretty much the biggest baseball playing South American country. Or at least that's where it's most popular. Or that's where the most MLB players from South America came from. Hey, that's it for sports. kind of a rough sports outing, kind of a rough pop culture outing, despite getting triple digits in there. But good questions, good times, as always here on Thinking Game Trivia. It's like you're going to Applebee's or something. That's me, the Applebee's of trivia. We'll see you next time. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out a bunch of other videos on the channel. If you like Buzzword, you can play it yourself over at neqt.com/buzzword. That's it for me. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.